Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Um, I'm just making sure that we are live. Okay, good, good, good. Um, all right. So let's kind of talk about what did we not cover. What did we not cover? I'm not seeing any of this content. I was just streaming for about an hour there. That frustrates me. All right. All right. So give me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Black Poppy, did any of that last hour's worth of content go up on the channel or no? Was that live for any of that hour? Because I was just checking my phone. I don't see it up there. Like you could tell me. I just need to know what I need to cover and what I don't, what I need to repeat. You know. It did. Did it go up in videos or where? In lives? I see the 14-14 one. But I mean, beyond that, I was on here for a good hour. I don't think any of that went up in the live tab. Yeah, the only one I see is the 14-minute one. That's what I'm concerned about because I don't see it. I'm gonna reset. Um. Okay. In the live tab. All right. Real quick, we'll go over a few things. We'll go over a few of the highlight things. One, lightning round here. Let's go. Questions. Are you concerned about Bryce Young's batted down passes? No. From what I understand, that's the corners that did that. That wasn't because of his size. That's what I've been hearing. Two. Um, should we tone down the praise of Bryce Young? Should Frank Wright tone that down? No. No, he should not. Let that hype go, man. Let that hype go. Let it build. Because what that's going to do is give us credibility, man. It's positive credibility. We haven't had that in a long time in Carolina. All right. Third thing. Uh, am I concerned about the corner room depth right now? Yeah, very much so. You know, if we don't fix this corner depth, I don't want to hear anything about mid-season how Keith Taylor and C.J. Henderson are terrible, are trash. I don't want to hear nothing about that and how they keep getting burnt. Because we had 5 opportunities to fix that problem in this offseason. I don't want to hear about these two. All right? Y'all had 5 opportunities with Hodges Tomlinson being the cheapest one that was on that corner list that we could have drafted. And we didn't do it. Any of those 5 opportunities. At wide receiver, let's talk about this wide receiver room real quick before we get into Nuke. D Hop. We call him Nuke in Clemson. In UK. So if you want to refer to him as either one, go for it. I'm gonna refer to him as Nuke because that's who we're talking about here. Nuke Hopkins. All right. So with the wide receiver room being what it is, we got Adam Thielen, we got DJ Chark, we got Mingo, we got TMJ. All right, and those are the main competitors fighting for spots right now. Now, what is this going to look like when you go digging into $16 million of your $27 million fund to get D Hop when you don't even need him? There's a difference between a want and a need. A want is D Hop at this point. A need is a corner depth player to replace either CJ or Keith Taylor. Because neither one of these guys are it. And that's a life lesson for y'all. A want is like a concert or maybe, a hot dog at a fair. That's a want. Come on. Or a toy at a toy store. That's a want. Versus a need, which is I gotta pay my bills. I gotta get groceries. I gotta put gas in the car. That's needs. That's a life lesson right there for people. So imagine this, man. We got so many toys we can put in the toy chest, right? Wide receiver. We got that bin filled up. Now imagine the biggest, most awesome toy, and you're like 6 or 7 years old, right? And you're like, I want this toy. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. And your mom's like, no, we ain't got the money for that. What your mom means is, we ain't got the money to budget towards that. When we gotta pay bills. And imagine your family's got that $350 rent coming up, or whatever it may be. You got to pay that. You got to pay that cable bill, you got to pay that phone bill. Or you run out of electricity, you run out of water, you run out of whatever it is, and you living in the dark ages with candles. All because you had to get that toy. That's what we're talking about here, man. For your kid. Don't get that extra toy. Pay the bills with it. Extend Brian Burns. Extend the man that has been absolutely a tornado on our defensive line for you. Do you know that we could have put him in that trade for Chicago? The Bears would have taken him. It's true, folks. But we said no. We also said no at trade time the year before to 2 offers that were going to give us 2 first rounders. 2 first rounders for Brian Burns. I said no to that, but it was tempting. Both times. I said no to that. Even. Because of how valuable Brian Burns is. But then I started sitting on it, and I looked at those 2 first rounders, And I said, we could do a heck of a lot with two first rounders. Oh man, you know, but that's how valuable they believe Brian Burns is. They think he's that talented and that skilled and that necessary in our depth chart right now. Okay, so now let's talk about Diop. D Hop's contract was 16 million a year on the old contract. He got re-signed by the Cardinals. He got extended just today. That's breaking news for a bigger contract, which doesn't make sense to me. It should be a smaller deal, but it was a bigger deal. And I did predict that this could happen. I did say this could happen. You know, so with that in mind, um, if we were to successfully sign Diop, what would that do as far as sending a message to Adam Thielen, uh, DJ Chark and Mingo, and especially TMJ, who's been fighting for a spot for 2 years? What message would that send to these guys? Now, keep in mind, we're going to talk specifically about D Hop's contract before we get into anything else, because this gets tricky. You get into a bidding war if Arizona doesn't re-sign him. This is the what if scenario, right? Now, my thoughts on this matter are, so now the Clemson fans are staying silent when D Hop comes around because they know in this fan base, because we know we can't afford him when we got to pay Burns. We know we can't afford him right now. We don't have that throw around money like KC does, that just lost Juju and Hardman. He would have been a great fit for KC. They got that kind of money that they can spend on once like that. Must be nice, man. Must be real nice. Anyway, in Arizona, I don't know how y'all pulled that off with $7 million in the red. Y'all must have restructured somebody, because that was some nonsense y'all just pulled. Anyway, my point being, even with the dead money, it's still not going to work for y'all. I don't know where y'all going to come up with that kind of money. That GM doesn't know what he's doing. That's why all these Arizona players aren't there anymore. But my point being, though, why are we not drafting Clemson players at positions of need? Not want, need. When we've had the opportunity to do so. Isaiah Simmons, for example. AJ Terrell, for example. We could have got these guys on rookie contracts before they explode and before they do really, really well in the NFL, which you know they're going to, because you see them up in the top 3 rounds every year. Don't act like you don't see them. They're there. You know what you're drafting when you get a Clemson player. Hunter Renfrow to the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, how many Clemson players have just won rings in the last 5 years? My point exactly. You can't ignore these guys anymore. We won 2 national championships in the last 7 years. We got several ACC championships. We got at least 6 or 7 bowl games under our belt right now. With playoff caliber wins against many teams that have been national powers in the last 10 to 15 years. Maybe even 20 years. So I don't understand how we're not getting the respect that we're due in the NFL. But oh wait, we are. But why are these players not getting drafted here? Oh, now when you see them on the free agent market for $15 million, now you want them. Now you can't keep D Hop's name out your mouth if you're a Clemson hater and you're a Panther supporter. Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, is that what it is now? I mean, we're forced to pay attention to Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne in Jacksonville. You're forced to pay attention to Sammy Watkins. You know, you're forced to pay attention to Deshaun Watson. You're forced to pay attention to D Hop now because they've already put their talent out there for you. They're already in these big contracts now. And my thing is, why didn't you draft them in the first place? You could have got them on pennies on the dime rookie contracts. Pennies on the dime. I am telling y'all. Let me read y'all DeAndre Hopkins' rookie contract. DeAndre Hopkins' rookie contract. 4 years, $7.6 million. Which includes a 3.9 signing bonus, $6 million guaranteed. You know, all of it guaranteed. So it's 6.1 out of the 7.6 guaranteed. To him. And an average annual salary of $1.9 million for 4 years. When we had wide receiver needs, why did we not do this? Plain and simple. And I can name about 4 or 5 other Clemson players that follow suit, that have those smaller numbers like that on their rookie contracts. We could have got him for a bag of chips at Subway. You trying to tell me that we can't afford these guys when we have needs in them in the draft? Please. We could have made room for them if we wanted to. I mean, look at all the millions that we just freed up. Just by restructuring contracts. Just because Scott Fitterer decided to do that on a whim. Oh, wait. He didn't do it on a whim because he knew exactly what he was doing. Now, I will vouch for it. Pretty much every Clemson player out there. And I'm a huge Clemson advocate. I did not vouch for Catanzaro. He's the 1 out of 100 that I would not vouch for. Because I knew what he was doing in Arizona before we grabbed him. He was trash at the NFL level. And we picked him up and he was trash here. So y'all got to learn how to trust me when it comes to Clemson players because I got a nose for this, man. I've been watching these guys ever since they first put on a Clemson uniform. During the spring games. That's why I go down there every year. To scout out the types of talent that might be in the NFL in about 4 or 5 years. And making a name for themselves. And within 6 to 7, possibly getting a ring. But our management, over the years, before Frank, decided, no, we're not going to deal with Clemson players. But now, all of a sudden, y'all want one? After there's $16 million a year? $16 million a year? That's half your cap room. Duh. Get them on a rookie contract before they ever get this high. You know those numbers are only going to rise. When it comes to talented Clemson players of any caliber, it's obvious. It's happened time and time and time again. And y'all can't even tell me it doesn't. Now, granted, you're not going to be able to predict injuries like Etienne had or Sammy has had, later on in his career. But still, the point being, look at all the talent that you're getting when you draft these guys. That's why I've been pushing for this for 6, 7 years now. Ever since Dabo took over in Clemson, I've been pushing for this. For us to draft Clemson players at positions of need rather than try to sign them in free agency. Because I knew this. I knew those numbers were going to rise. Come on, man. It's not rocket science. It's football 101. When you got that many championships back to back to back to back, you know, in your conference, when you're pumping out player after player after player after player that are talented. You know those numbers are only going to go up on their contracts when they get up to the NFL because you know they're going to produce. There's going to be maybe 1 out of 100 that don't. You know, you're bound to find the one bust. But we're talking about what? 15 to 20 Clemson players that have gone up in the NFL and succeeded. 15 to 20. That's not a minimal number during Dabo Swinney's time. That's not a coincidence. And we're talking about men with character. Character. I'm not just talking about skill players. I'm talking about men with character. That's what they build in Clemson. I can vouch for that because I've met these people in person at fan signing days. I can vouch for every one of them as far as character is concerned. So, and I've actually met Dabo Swinney himself. So here's my thing, man. If now you want a Clemson player at those types of numbers, like Deshaun Watson with the $250 million, and it's D Hop at $16 million a year, I mean, you might as well just forget it. You're not getting them in free agency. Now when it costs you half your cap and you got to put that money towards something else and roll that over in the next year. We got a ton of players to re-sign next year with the cap that we're going to have next year, which is great. We're in a great position to do that. We're in a good position at wide receiver with DJ Chark and Adam Thielen and Mingo. And TMJ. Why do we need to go after another big name wide receiver? We didn't need to do that in 2015. Why do we need to do that now? I'm saying no. I don't think we need D-Hop. I was saying no ever since he went on the free agent market. I took one look at that contract and I figured it out in less than 5 minutes. Everybody else is ranting and raving about this for about 2 to 3 hours. You know, and picking this apart until they're blue in the face. And I figured it out in 5 minutes. And I said no. Now, what does that tell you? When a man that is the biggest Clemson advocate in this fan base, besides Cody from C3, says no to a Clemson player, there's a reason for it. Okay, I'm not just doing it just for the fun of it. Do I want a Clemson player on this roster besides the defensive tackle that we signed, which was fantastic? We needed a defensive tackle at a position of need. Wonderful signing. You know? Absolutely I want a Clemson player on this roster besides that. And that's not just my bias talking. That's the fact that I want a player of that caliber and that character and that skill on this roster to change the culture of the locker room and motivate the team. There's several reasons I want that. Not just because they're a Clemson player. A former Clemson player. And, you know, when I say no, it's for a good reason. I'm not just blowing smoke right now. I said no to the Watson deal because of the $250 million. I'm saying no to D-Hop right now because of that $16 million a year. That's half our cap room right now. We can't afford that. It's money, guys. It's money. I got good reasons for this. Everybody else is just like, yeah, let's get D Hop, let's get D Hop, let's get D Hop, like we got money to burn. Like we're the Kansas City Chiefs over here with like $50 million that we could burn. Like, come on, man. We ain't rich. We've never been rich in cap. Since when have we been rich in cap? We had to restructure how many contracts just to make the stuff happen that we made happen? Man. And I already knew all this, and I figured all this out just by looking at that contract for 5 minutes. That's all it took for me to say no. Yeah, I'm going against the grain. I'm saying no. People ain't gonna like it, but I don't care. I've been saying my opinion since day one, and I'm unapologetically saying my opinions because I got a pretty good eye on what's going on with this team. And I know people have been waiting on my opinion on this for a couple of days now. And I apologize for the wait. At first, I wasn't even going to do a stream because I could have just explained that in a Facebook post. You know? Or a short video. What's the point of doing a live stream on it? You know? I wasn't even going to waste y'all's time with this. But we got enough content, you know, with short questions and stuff like that I figure why not? You know? Play some Madden in afterwards, you know, once we get done with business. You know. So, real quick for the people coming in, lightning round. Am I worried about Bryce Young with the tip passes? No, because that's the corners that did that. That's what I'm led to understand. Do we need to tone down praise for Bryce Young? No. No, we don't. What other questions do people have? Do we need help at depth and corner? Absolutely we do. I've been preaching about that for a couple weeks now. I'm not even going to get into that subject right now. You already know how I feel. So don't tell me about Keith Taylor and CJ Henderson in midseason. Just don't. I'm not going to listen to it. Because we had 5 opportunities to fix that, and we didn't do it. We still got a couple months. Why are we not doing something about this? You know, and for that matter, why is Jadeveon Clowney not getting a call from us? If y'all really wanted to spend that kind of money that we're going to spend on Nuke, what, D-Hop, in other words, why are we not giving a call to Clowney? Why did we not give a call to Bradbury before he ended up with the Eagles again? You know, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. There's a reason Scott did not make a move in those 2 days. And I told you Arizona was going to re-sign him. I had that feeling. I had that feeling in the pit of my stomach that they were going to re-sign him. I knew it. I was hoping it would be a cheaper deal, but it wasn't. It was a more expensive deal. Explain that one, Arizona, but I don't know. You know, we're here now. But that number amount, if you're a player, of course you're going to take it. But, you know, if you're a kid and you got offered a giant bag of candy, of course you're going to take it. Come on, man. It's from a stranger, right? Come on, man. It's just ridiculous. I just don't see why people are so concerned about this stuff. You know, and what this does is it says, now we know who is following the trends of Twitter and all that stuff instead of actually 100% being focused on what we need, you know? And a lot of people are arguing, oh, we need help at wide receiver. Do we? Before Adam Thielen was signed here, everybody was hyped up. That, it's Adam Thielen, it's Adam Thielen. And now, all of a sudden, once a big name wide receiver like DeAndre Hopkins pops up for half your cap room, now you're concerned about Adam Thielen's injury history? Now it's a concern? Give me a break. You know, this is the stuff that frustrates me, man, about this fan base. We keep dividing ourselves with these garbage articles, such as, do we have enough playoff caliber to make the playoffs? Roster capital. Hold on, I'm getting my words mixed up. Y'all forgive me. Such as that article saying, oh, we don't have enough to make the playoffs. Are you serious right now? Y'all really gonna pull this nonsense in our own backyard news articles? In our own organization? Our own organization. Media people pulling these articles. I'm not even gonna waste time on this one. That's complete garbage. Now, if you know what's on that roster on paper, you would be saying yes. If we were going just by that. But it's too early. It's way too early. We haven't even jumped on the bus to Spartanburg yet. Come on, man. What are y'all thinking with this trash? We're going to be sitting here for 3 months at least before we can even... As one coach famously said, playoffs? Playoffs? Y'all want to talk about playoffs? Playoffs? It's too early, y'all. Man, don't even say the P word to me this early, man. Don't even say that word to me this early. I didn't even waste my time reading that garbage. I saw the headline and I was like, nope, not touching this with a 10-foot pole. Y'all already know how I feel about this stuff. If you've been listening to my podcast, you already know how I feel about this stuff. I'm not even going to waste y'all's time with that. I'm not wasting my time, so why should I waste yours? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to. Playoffs. This team doesn't have enough caliber to make the playoffs. I mean, it's just silly stuff, man. It's silly stuff. And it's our own media doing this to us, man. Why are we letting them do this to us? We're fighting amongst ourselves over some media article, that has no relevance yet. I mean, this is stupid. This is some clown stuff right here, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all tell me how that makes sense. Man. And then at the end of the year, y'all want to complain about this and this and this and this and that. And it's like, well, we've had how long to solve these problems? Exactly. My point. Period. We got 2 months before training camp even begins. And we're not solving these problems yet. That we that we're I swear some of these people just love to complain just to complain about this team, just for the heck of it, just because they can. I've never understood that. Why are you looking for stuff to complain about or get angry about with this team? There's no reason to. How about we just look at the natural progression of every player, coach, and evaluate it properly, see the entire picture, and go from there. It ain't hard. And I know I'm just preaching what everybody else is thinking right now. And they're not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. Some of y'all are afraid to say it in other live chats, in other places around the internet. I'm not. I'm going to say what I have to say. And if people don't like it, y'all know where the door is. You know? Don't even bother leaving a like. If you can't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bother. I just don't understand. You know, uh, I got love for every YouTuber out there that's doing what y'all are doing. I got love for every one of y'all. This is not an easy job. It's not. And we can sit here and act like anybody could put up a mic and a camera, you know, and say whatever they want to say. But it's the details, man. It's the details. And that's what makes it challenging. Is the people that dispute those facts every time we go on camera. You know? Because everybody's got a different opinion. And that's what makes it challenging. And I like that challenge. I like that fire. I like that competition. You know? Come up in here with some facts. Have a healthy debate with me, man. I love y'all for that. You know? And I want everybody to feel like they're contributing with this channel. You know, if you're good at marketing and advertising the channel, that's your niche. You go for it. If you got another talent that could be useful to us, let me know, or or make it happen. You know, make it real. I'm giving y'all opportunities. You know, this is what I do, and I'm giving y'all a platform. I'm giving y'all a voice. That's what my goal was from day one, is to give y'all a voice. And I want us to be ultimately the voice that speaks for the fan base, you know, of people that are ignored and pushed aside and not listened to, you know, and laughed at when we're only speaking the truth. And people can react how they want to react to us. I don't care about that. Let them do it. Haters gonna hate. But facts are facts. And you can't dispute that. You can't argue with it. You can get mad at it all you want. But you can't argue with it. And you know I'm going to call out some nonsense too. I'll do it. I will call out some bad takes every time I go on camera. And every stream, y'all heard me say that. Y'all have heard me say that. I'll say it again. I will call out bad takes. I reserve the right to react to whatever bad takes y'all put up here. But show me respect, you know? That's all I ask for. Simple request. All right, so any other topics y'all want to throw out there and talk about right now? What did I not covered? Is there any update on the Charlotte bid for the NFL draft? That's another question I've got because I haven't heard anything yet. If any of y'all heard something, let me know because that's very important. That's something we need for this organization. You know, we gotta push. We gotta make this happen. Because not only does that put us on the map, it puts us on the map for years. And it shows people that we are serious and we're not going away. We're not backing off. We're coming in and we're going to become predators in the league like we ought to be. And it's not like it's not like this is a secret that we have done well in the drafts. You know, we've done spectacularly in the drafts for a few years now with needs, and I'm happy with it. I wasn't too thrilled with what we got this year, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll pan out. My point is, we've done spectacularly at getting people's attention and drafting our needs at the same time this year. And we've done that for a couple years now with Scott Fitterer. Matt Rule would have ruined that bid, you know, for Charlotte to get the NFL draft here. Y'all know it's true. You can't argue with that. You know it's a fact. Nobody wanted to listen to him. Nobody. So, we got a new coaching staff. We got a new crew. Everybody's paying attention to us now. Now is the time, you know, with that offseason we just had, now is the time to push for this. Now is the perfect time to throw this bid in. But we got to put the talent on the field and produce. We can't just draft well, we got to produce on the field too. In order for people to continue to pay attention to us. We got their attention, now we got to keep their attention. Which is much, much harder to do. So, I don't know how y'all feel about this right now, but I want it. I want this. You know, I would love to go up to Charlotte and be able to experience that. I got a taste for it this year, but I want the whole doggone thing, you know? And I mean, I got a slice of that pie, but I want the whole doggone pie this time. So, you know, I just want to say it's it was a blessing and an honor and a privilege to be able to go up to Charlotte to be able to experience that. Thank you for that opportunity, Panthers management. I love you for that. I love you forever for doing that for us. You know, for all of us. Not just myself, but for all of us to have that opportunity to check out the locker room and see all that stuff. That is incredibly generous of you and kind. You know, and it's a way of giving back to us after all the stuff that we've been able to do for you guys. As far as offering our opinions and showing up to the games and rooting on this team, you know, spending all that money for you guys, you know. And we recognize it and we want to say thank you. Thank you so very much, guys. What a blessing. For real. Alright, so that in mind, what else would y'all like to talk about? I'll have the chat open in another window. So if you guys want to talk about anything, throw it in chat, and I'm willing to answer any comments that y'all have. It'll be a little bit delayed because the stream on my phone is a little delayed, but I will be able to answer questions and read comments while I'm playing Madden on the screen. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Madden 23. I may have to. There we go. Okay, it's working. It's working. All right. What I'm gonna do is now I have a choice. We could play through the season um, with the roster I've constructed, or we could reconstruct one uh, by cutting down as much cap penalties as possible. Which one would you like to do today? We could do either one. I will let you guys decide. And it's going to be the ones with my name on it. So, I'll tell you what. I was just fooling around with the other one where I was trying to cut down as much cap penalty as possible. Let's just roll with the roster I created last time when we were doing this. Let's do it. Let's see how we do. And I'm going offense only because I'm an offensive minded person. You know, I'm not a defensive guy. Oh, okay. This is that's not the right one. My bad. Um which one did I create? Was it Tapper? It was Tapper. Okay, yeah, I think it was. Let me see this. Let me see this depth chart real quick, just to make sure this is the right one. Okay, that's the one I got. Deshaun Watson. Y'all want me to roll with this in the regular season? Let's roll with it. This is the one I have a practice squad, right? Practice squad. Yep, this is the right one. All right. So you see my practice squad list. Um, Obviously I went with Richie because the fullback position isn't really that common anymore. That's why I put that in practice squad. Deontay Brown hasn't been getting enough reps. Tommy Tremble has just kind of been mid. You know, when I got a better tight end out of that training system. Barno is, well, Barno. He's a rookie right now. Kenny Robinson Jr., we don't really need Kenny at the moment. And then you got Sam Franklin, we don't need him at the moment. So, but if there's injuries at safety, we'll bring these two up for absolute sure. All right, so let's roll. We have set our 53. Let's check the. I need to make sure the scheme is correct. Okay, Ron Rivera's offense, Sean McDermott's defense, good. West Coast power run, good. We don't necessarily need a fullback at the moment. Not for what we're doing. Wide receivers a 5 out of 6. Okay. And see what you're doing with is an improviser at quarterback, power back, which I mean that should be much higher, considering what we have at running back. We have Christian McCaffrey. Come on. Playmaker at wide receiver, obviously. Possession, tight end. Yep. Power on the offensive line. That's exactly what you want. But I have specifically built this 53-man roster the way I want it. So, for those that are not familiar with, well, we don't have any of those people in chat right at the moment, so let's go ahead and advance the week. But if you wanted to see like how that roster was created and what it looks like, I will go ahead and show my roster real quick to those people. Upgrade Steven Sullivan. I managed to get a little bit of that money back during the preseason that I spent on the stadium parking. So, alright, so just to quickly go over our depth chart real quick. For people that aren't aware of what we have. I'm not going to worry about scouting players right at the moment. I just want to show you all the game and how these players interact with what we've got. Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Cam Newton, PJ Walker, quarterback. Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, Donta Foreman at running back. Fullback, of course, we've got Richie, who is on the practice squad right now. Wide receiver. We got DJ Moore, T. Higgins, who I wanted us to sign for a cheap contract. I'm surprised we could have gotten him for so cheap on the free agent market, but it is what it is. I'm actually going to move Travis Benjamin up because of the fact that I could do a lot more damage with Travis Benjamin than I ever could with Sanu in his later years. You got TMJ, you got Rashad Higgins, Sanu. At tight end, you got Zach Ertz, Ian Thomas, Steven Sullivan. Now, I'm eventually going to replace Steven Sullivan. But I usually like to roll with two tight ends because I like those monster power tight ends, you know? Like a Jason, like a Travis Kelce or a Greg Olsen type. So behind that, you could just put a good secondary backup tight end and not even have to worry about this third depth chart slot. I mean, that's just typically for extra, you know? Left tackle, you got Icky, you got Jason Peters, you got Dennis Daly. Left guard, you've got Eric Flowers, you've got Brady Christensen, you've got Cade Mays over here. Rotating. Center, you got Bozeman, you got Pat Eflon. And I put Peters in here, Jason Peters, because he was a Super Bowl winner and he's been in the league for 18 years. Right guard, Corbett, Cade Mays, Brady Christensen rotating. Right tackle, you got Taylor Moton, Cameron Irving, Dennis Daly rotating. Left end, Brian Burns, Effie Abada, who I got back, and Haynes. At right end, you got Haynes, Gross Matos, and Osai. At defensive tackle, you got Derek Brown, Matt Unitas, Davion Nixon, Bravion Roy. Linebacker, Corey Littleton, David Mayo, AJ Klein. I picked up AJ Klein for the last couple of years of his career. I want to milk as much out of that career as I can. I really like that guy. Damian Wilson, AJ Klein is the next in line, obviously. He studied under Luke Kuechly. Ready to go. Shaq. David Mayo. David Mayo was third on that list of that depth chart. Actually. For people that aren't familiar with that depth chart from 15. Shaq Thompson. AJ Klein. Brandon Smith for run support. Corner. You got J.C. Horn, James Bradbury, Dante Jackson, and Josh Norman. I mean, if that's not the best four-quarter duo quartet I've ever seen, I don't know what to tell you. Mammoth right there. They're not getting anything past these guys. They're just not. We got corner spot locked down. They won't even get to the safeties. But just in case they do, we got Xavier Woods, we got Hartsfield, we've got Jeremy Chin and Justin Burris back here. And Hartsfield floating around. Just in case they somehow get that far. And let's see. For kick return. Punt return, this is what I decided to do with punt return. I said T. Higgins, Travis Benjamin, Higgins, TMJ, Foreman. I typically don't like to put people back there that can get hurt on kickoff and punt returns, but, you know, we need to keep these guys healthy, you know? The people that are going to be primary playmakers for me. So, that's what I'm looking at there. I mean, overall, we're doing pretty good. To build this roster, it did take some cap hits. That's what I'm saying. That's why I created the other franchise mode there. Just to fool around with that off stream. And see what sacrifices we would have to make to reduce that cap penalty, but still get what we need. You know what I mean? So I'll be messing around with that off stream. I'm not doing scouting, mostly because I haven't figured out how to do the scouting in this game yet. What? The Saints have signed Tommy Tremble from my practice squad? And they got Richie as well? The Eagles got Richie. Oh, you thieves! Oh, wow. Alright. Well, we don't really need Tommy Tremble, so that's okay. I don't mind losing those two. Alright. Let's just play the game. Offensive only mode. You guys know the deal. We're going to be running the West Coast power run offense today. Because that's my bread and butter type of offense. Oh, man. That's a doggone shame, though. I was hoping we would be able to keep Tommy Tremble, though. But there is practice squad stealing. So that happens in real life, too. I wanted to make it as real life and as realistic as possible. You know, except for the amount of time in the corners, of course, because, you know, how quickly I'm able to score. And how quickly I'm able to do things. So, it is what the heck it is. This might turn into a slideshow because of the lag. Because of the fact that I don't have a proper graphics card for this laptop. And the Wi-Fi. So if that should happen, just don't pay it any mind. You know, enjoy it for what it is. But I'm lucky that I can even stream this right now. So we're going to start out with Watson. Run a draw.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Alright, so now it counts. Everything we're doing counts.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Watson.
Good closing speed by that corner. Alright. I'm not ready to give up on that yet. I need to get everybody in the box before I try the other move. Before I try the other bread and butter play.
Back to throw, Watson. And complete to Zach Ertz.
Alright, so we got 7 off of that.
So they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. Finding Ertz again.
And by the way, yes, I am using all Madden mode. So for anybody wondering.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again.
Nice catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this.
And see, this is why I like guys like Zach Ertz and Travis Kelce's and people like that, because I know that they're going to come down with these balls. I don't have to question it. CMC for the first down. And there's that power run. And now see, we're starting to pump up that tempo a little bit. 5 yards. And the quicker you go with this offense, and the more you pump up the speed, the defenses will not be able to keep up with it. They'll get tired. And that's when you start shredding with these other option plays and all kinds of other stuff. But you want them in the box. That's the point. Because once they all get tricked into the box and they think, oh, well, this is all the types of plays that you're going to run, that's when you start hitting those home run balls. Those big 20-yard passes and destructive balls down the field that they're not going to be able to do anything with. And typically when that happens, it becomes one-on-one. Because that safety's got to go somewhere, you know? He's got to make a choice. If he thinks that every play you're going to run is one of these, you know, he's going to guard the middle. What he doesn't realize is, I'm going 50 yards down the field with it. You know, but I could just as easily burn him with the types of slant plays and power runs that I'm doing right now. And for anyone that thinks you can't run a slant play within the 5-yard line, I can do it. It's all about timing. You've got to have the timing right. Okay, they're starting to shift towards the box. Look at this. That's what I want. Yeah, I told you I was doing offense only, so. I don't like how some of these passes are going behind my tight end. That's a pick in real life. And what have I been stressing like every single week? Yards after the catch. Yak. That's what my offenses are predicated on. They always have been.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Okay, 5 yards is fine. 5 yards is fine, you know. As long as we're getting these little short passes and, you know, it's moving us down the field and the clock's running, I'm cool with it. First and 10, cool. Good job, Zach. Okay, we got the lead going into the second quarter. That's what I like. Very good.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All right, look at this. Look at this. They're starting to drift into that box.
Now it's Watson. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he's going to be brought down.
And these slant plays can hurt them by picking up about 12, 15 yards a pop. You know, yards after the catch. After you've caught the ball about 10 yards and then you go an extra 5 or 10, it can really burn it. And burn the clock too, which keeps the defense on the field for the opponent.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
All of these things are just bare bone things that you could do with this offense. You can expand on it afterwards. You can add option plays, you can add screens, you can do all kinds of stuff and make this offense even more dangerous than you've already got it. And I've run up to 80 to 100 points one time. Just on all Madden mode. Just running this type of offense. like possibly my most dangerous one. I've got one where I run basic Clemson plays, you know, like screens and short passes, and then throw like deep bombs over the top. So I've got some really interesting offensive playbooks. You know, so I'm not just a one-trick pony. For anybody that thinks that this is just my one trick, no, 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 no. Y'all haven't seen what I build when I'm not on camera. Y'all have not seen it. There's some scary good offenses that I built. That could possibly go toe-to-toe with some of the people in ranked in online right now. My problem is defense. That's why I don't do a lot of online play. You know, because I don't really have that much knowledge on defense. I'm an offensive man. So, you know, that's why I would not really want a head coaching job, because I'm more of an offensive coordinator than I am a head coach type guy. You know, I've always seen myself that way. Like, I can create offensive playbooks like crazy based on what I've seen. But, a lot of this offense is based on timing and pushing the ball downfield at a quick rate that the defense can't recover at. And you're going to see a lot of cover 2s, cover 3s when you go in all Madden franchise mode, which is easy to detect. But I can dissect a lot of different coverages and find holes in them. Like I said, I'm an offensive coordinator type. Oh, I thought I had it. That safety came up though. That's all right. That's all right. I trust Christian to get this done. Yep. Look at your boy C-Mac. Come get some. I haven't even had to run with Watson yet. I haven't even had to go anywhere with Watson yet. I've already got 21 points on the board. I'm not even trying right now. Alright, this drive I really want to push the ball downfield passing wise when you're in 2-minute drills. Oh, that's dangerous. I waited too long. Yeah, I waited too long. Stop the clock though. I wasn't sure what that linebacker was going to do. Okay. So I kind of like how they're forcing me into this situation, because now you're about to see a play that I haven't previously run yet. The problem is I'm inaccurate, so that's a punt. I just got to get better on that one. That's okay. That's all right. We're getting the ball at halftime anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to run this clock out. Ain't no point in doing anything with 35 seconds. I want to run up the numbers for for C-Mac anyway. Okay.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, let's run out that clock. I want one more good run from C-Mac. Ooh, penalty. That's holding on our offensive line, isn't it? Yep, Bozeman again. Come on, man.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose, you got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle.
Doesn't even matter how far I get. I'm just running the clock out. All right. Let's go. We got a 21-9 lead. Second half. I am ready.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Okay, so you want me to run. You want me to return that. I wish I could have just let that go, though. 22-yard line. I can score anywhere on the field, though. So I'm not worried about it. Okay. They're starting to drift into the box. Good. Very good. That was my goal.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up.
All right, look at this gap that's about to happen up the middle.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
Uh-huh.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Now, if you run slants enough, you're going to watch those linebackers shift over to the left and to the right side, respectively. The middle linebacker will have to guard somebody, either left side or right side, because they'll think you're running a slant. Now, watch everybody in the box here. They're going to think they can get to me. Look at this protection, though.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Beautiful. That's what I wanted.
Down, incomplete.
Ah, he didn't catch it, though. He didn't catch it. That's all right. I'm going to do something a little different. Since we're on these hash marks, I can be a little bit adventurous here. The CMC. All right, 5 yards.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So we're going to start out in this. We're going to make them think that we're going to run it. And Zacharias for the first. Beautiful. It's all about reading the defense and reading what they're going to do. How will they react? When you do A, B, C, or D action, you know, what are the different ways that they can react? What are the different possibilities? And typically with this game, it's going to be the same basic weights defined within the perimeter of the game and the rules. There we go. I found myself using the tight end a lot more this time around in Madden 23 than I ever did in 15, which is interesting. I think I actually got hit on that one. I'll try it again.
Throwing again is Watson.
There we go.
Over the middle, complete. It's
Yeah, I was about to say, unless I got hit, then usually these passes are on target.
down at the 7-yard line.
And I've been able to complete like some crazy, like very tight passes in some very tight windows. Okay, we're on the 7.
He has percentage completion-wise way up.
I'm gonna try this one.
Second down and goal. Watson
Nah, it's not gonna happen. Too much traffic. I pushed it too hard, man. Pushed it too hard. I thought maybe.
just seen it. I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in
They
this
read it though.
you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the touchdown.
You're not reading that though.
Ian Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are looking good here.
Let's go, Ian.
Openers are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased.
28-12. We're looking strong. Now I'm wondering if that linebacker right there is going to drift. Yeah, he drifted back.
They'll roll him out right. This is
I got to check that thing down.
catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I wanted the bigger pass, but
Completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on.
I saw that middle linebacker just, that right outside linebacker just not moving where I wanted him to.
On second down, Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
So now what that opens that up for is, because you've got that possibility of the PA slide, now that right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker is confused, and he's not sure where you're going to be targeting. So he can either go way outside, or you can stay in the middle and try to cover the guy that's coming across on the slants. But he won't know what to do, so I've got him in this. I've got him right where I want him.
They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more.
He's got to choose one or the other.
This is the NFL, and it's
That's the
on
point.
EA Sports.
You're making these guys choose.
No first down throw. Watson. Hurts with another grab.
And when you're lined up in a cover 2, the guy has to sit there in that coverage zone.
Ball at the 40 here for
So
second.
that's an open zone right there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got the connection to Moore.
Now I get to burn him with DJ.
Another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
Because he's winning that battle over there one-on-one with the corner.
10 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
With that being said,
Looking middle, and that's complete.
you're seeing a lot of yak from both of these players.
12-yard line.
Hurts and DJ Moore.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Yeah, he's got it.
Just short. Alright, now we power run it up the middle, and we got ourselves a touchdown.
11 more yards that goal.
Simple.
Down a first down as well. A good chance now.
Simple but effective offense, really.
This is first and goal.
And the faster you go, the harder it is for defenses to match and to keep up with. They'll get more and more tired as the game goes along, and they'll give up more passes
Closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
and big runs. Depending on what your defense's strength is that you're playing against.
Carolina offense at the line, ready
If
to
it's
go.
run stopping, they'll give up a lot of passes.
Performance for them really on both sides of the football. The
If
turnover
it's-
on downs the most recent
If it's
example.
pass coverage, then they'll give up a lot of runs
If you're over on the bench right now,
at that point in time.
with your teammate, you're hugging
which you'll be able to run Christian McCaffrey up the middle and just slaughter him.
Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Or whatever power running back that you choose.
They've got three tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Alright, so here's Watson.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
Giving it up to CMC. I don't think he got there. No, he didn't. Just short.
Offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds
Alright.
crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew
It
they'd
wasn't up the line, but it's not going to matter. CMC is just that strong.
trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They only get two there.
Alright, fresh set of downs. Now I can do whatever I want. I'm still going to stick to slants because I'm still trying to soften them up for that post play. And maybe an option play later on if I can get away with it. Still softening them up. If they keep giving me these tight end flats, man, I'm going to take them.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
Keep giving me these tight end shots, man. I'm going to take every one of them. Let's go. I don't care.
Yeah, they had him under wraps.
It burns clock.
Somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Oh, look at that window. Look at that window I just threw that into. Oh, I saw that linebacker coming back over. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. That's trouble. Oh, wow. I don't even need those option plays right now. I'm just burning them with this. Oh, 2-minute warning. Okay, cool. Cool, I'm not even worried about the clock right now. Let that clock run, baby. Let it run. You're not going to have a huge running back rating with this system, you know, or ranking, because of the fact that I'm using him in short yardage situations. But if, but the amount of first downs, look at the amount of first downs you're going to have, you know, when you go back through the stats. That's what matters. And that's where my running backs shine. Because I've got a ton of first downs per game.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Throwing now, Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Nice.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That catch.
I don't even really have to do anything. I just feel like doing it. I'm that person that always likes to keep their foot on the gas, though. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown it there. That was stupid. Doesn't matter. 54 seconds. They're not doing anything with it. Oh, you gave me the ball back on the 9? Oh, y'all should have done that. Y'all should not have done that. I'm going to make you pay for that mistake right there. Oh, come on. I'm waiting too long. I've got the pass, but I'm waiting too long. That's my fault. I got this. Okay. 4th and goal, 2-yard line. timeout.
Going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
Now, I know CMC can make this. I'm not taking the freebie. I'm pushing CMC. I'm pushing CMC here. I got nothing to lose.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will get into the
Yep.
end zone. It's another touchdown.
Let's go.
So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in.
CMC, baby.
Successful.
And that's our first win.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one
That's
of
our first dub on the board.
Games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season.
I can do this with above average wide receivers, man.
But everyone's got to build off of that.
And a power back.
And how many coaches tell us every single
Look at those numbers. 399 passing yards. Almost 100 yards rushing. 6.4 average yards per play.
So for the Panthers,
I mean, that is
it's a
mammoth.
fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in
And that's just the tip of the iceberg if you're using this offense correctly.
Take on the New York Giants.
This is an all Madden mode. You know, and I'm already pushing 49 points. Imagine what I can do in 15 minutes quarters. Just imagine. And this is just offense. You know, I'm an offensive minded guy. So, the system works, man. Rookie. Oh, reach divisional round is one of the goals. Okay. Franchise staff. Yeah, let's set some goals for these guys, shall we? Set some goals. Might as well, right? Win turnover battle. Okay, yeah. I screwed that one up myself. We would have won that one too. 350 plus offensive yards, allow 14 points or less, and win the turnover battle. So, I mean, it's decent goals. Upgrade the staffs. Oh, the coaching tree. That's what we needed. Okay. Coaching tree. That's why it's lit up. I forgot about the upgrades. That's kind of a new thing for me, is I've never really dealt with the upgrade thing on the coaching tree before. I'm used to the older Maddens, you know, the 15, 16 Maddens. So I haven't picked up a Madden game in a long time. Any of the newer ones. So, but it seems to me that about 95% of the stuff that's been on the older Maddens is on the new one, which really makes me happy. I'm not going to mess with that. Impact blocking by fullbacks. Impact blocking by tight ends. Well, we're not really doing that, are we? So let's upgrade something that we are actually actively doing. Catching for halfbacks, fullbacks. Boost catching for wide receivers by 5. That's a pretty good one. But I don't feel like I need it right now, since everybody's catching pretty well. Block shedding for left ends, right ends. Not bad. Pursuit. I'd rather have, if I was going to choose one, it would be this one. To shoot the gaps. So you got the hot pursuit by corners. You got the soft hands by corners. And I think do we want to boost the pursuit of corners? Or do we want to work on the block shedding? I'm gonna do the boost pursuit. I think that's the right one to do. And then we will shift over here and do the catching, because that directly impacts what we're doing system wise. Cool, cool. I didn't even look at player personnel. Discount trades and stuff like that. I don't need that. I don't need that right now. I'll need that towards the end of the year. Towards the end of the season. And again, I think I'm not sure how they did the scouting system in this game. They did away with the scouting system that they used to have, which was putting scouting points into certain areas of players that are coming up through the system back in Madden 15. And I really liked that because that was a great element to scouting. And it kind of felt like college scouting. You know how you put a certain amount of hours into recruiting in the college games and the NCAA games, and it felt great, man. Because I felt like I was pressed. I felt like I was, pressured into what I had to choose. And it really made me think about what I wanted to scout specifically. So, okay, so media question. Let's go. What y'all got for me? Many folks, including yourself, thought this team would perform better last season, but things did not come together. How do you avoid that again this season? By firing Matt Rule. I mean, it's simple. Simple answer to that question. Firing Matt Rule and getting a quality coach in there. That answer's not on there, but I felt like that was necessary because this was right at the end when Matt Rule was still in control. Okay, so and this game was made right before the Christian McCaffrey trade, so you have to consider that. From start to finish, the coaching has to be consistent. Leadership starts at the top. That means the staff has to stay on point. The players in his locker room need to stay focused on their goals. This is a playoff team, and they need to show that every week. We start by forgetting what last season. This is a different team. This is a team that knows we can't miss the playoffs again. Facts. Facts. All three of these are great answers, to be real with you. I like all three of these, but you can only choose one. Yeah, this is a team that I'm choosing the third one. I don't care. We're getting the +8. I'm choosing the third one. By firing Matt Rule, though, that's the best answer to that question. To be real with you, but you can't say that. Oh gosh. All right. Iron assigned scouts. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I feel like the scouting during Matt Rule's time was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't what Scott wanted it to be. You know what I mean? We still managed to get some really good players out of that we're still using today. You know, in the last 2 years. So I'm really tempted to just leave that alone. You know, I think I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm tempted to change it because it is Madden, but I'm also tempted to just leave it alone. Breakout wide receiver. Yeah, I feel like I finally hit my stride. Where did that come from? There's more where that came from. Promise I'll make some plays. Real. Somebody warned these DBs in New York. I'm about to make my case as the best receiver in the NFL. Yes, sir. DJ Moore, get him 4 touchdowns or 200 plus yards rushing receiver. Easy money, baby. Easy money with this system. Let's go. I kind of like that too. Where you got the player just texting you and telling you, oh yeah, I've done this and this and this, and I'm gonna do this and this and this. You know, it's cool. You get the player interactions. You didn't get that in prior Madden games. Yeah, I think that's cool. I also like where it shows you like the scheme fit for each one of the players when you're trying to sign people or trade for people. That's really great too. Alright, let's go. I'm ready.
Nothing on the scoreboard. 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football.
Same system. Don't fix what ain't broke.
Here's Watson.
You know?
To start the drive. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to get a
Now with the West Coast slants plays, you do open your wide receivers up to a lot of injuries. That's why you want to fill your roster with a lot of really, really good wide receivers.
And I think with him coming off of a game like that, you actually run the risk of trying to force it to him too much because those numbers don't happen every week so easily.
Anybody that you plan on throwing to, build that depth chart spot up with some real talent. You know, that way you don't miss anything when one of these guys goes down. It's just next man up.
Now Watson on first down.
Oh! What a move! What a move, Zach.
This time they double it and pick up 6. 4 yards remain for second down.
I didn't think I was going to get that pass for a half a second there.
Looking to throw.
Okay, one-on-one. I see it.
Pass complete to Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And each play is different. You're going to see different defensive formations, but it's going to be the same thing, basically.
First down. Here's Watson. Again, he finds Moore.
Got it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Okay, now that secondary has been softened up, here's the hole for CMC.
And he's got some space here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And you know how I can tell that is because the linebackers moved up to either side of the tackles. Like that right there. And that's how I knew
Back to throw, Watson.
that you're about to have a gap up the middle.
Pitch and catch. And they'll work this down
Because
inside
when it's just those defensive tackles sitting there,
on the
you got a much easier chance of running up 6 or 7 yards on a drop in. Oh, that was a terrible pass. I don't know what that was. Madden, care to explain that one? Because that is not where I was trying to throw that ball. I'm always accurate. Okay, 98% of the time I'm accurate. Because these are simple plays, you know what I mean? Why is it going 10 miles behind my tight end? See, that's Madden right there. That's Madden. I would have never thrown it there. Now it's just glitching. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good.
So Carolina keeps the ball. A call and luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now.
All right. You see them all up on the line right now? This is what I want. Now is the time to run that PA slide.
Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you
Into a double team and it's intercepted.
The problem is, I'm not as accurate with that pass.
The Giants are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that becomes a problem.
The Panthers out there and ready to
So what I'm going to start doing is running with the ball in those situations. Because I have Watson. Or I'm going to start trying to check it down if I can.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some plays.
I really did try to force that one though, because I saw the safeties coming over and I said, maybe this might work. I'm going to stick with what's working though. Stick to the original game plan. Don't deviate. That's when you start getting in trouble, is when you start deviating. Yep. The key to that pass right there is don't let him break stride at all. Okay, they're starting to crowd the middle again. Why is it 10 miles behind my tight end? What the heck is that? Okay, that interception's on Madden right there. Come on. That interception's on the game. There's no way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start.
Watson is never that inaccurate in real life. Never.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
See there, that's a proper Watson pass. That man never misses. When it's a short pass. Never. One-on-one. Yes, sir. Big money. All right. Linebackers are still not spreading out. So, tight end. Boom. I don't like how these Madden passes are forcing him to throw it behind my tight end. I don't like that. So, alright, we go into the second quarter with no score. Maybe try a run. Let's see. Yep. They've been softened up enough. Okay. Good, good, good.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The throw over the middle, taken in.
There we go.
Ball down at about the 30-yard line.
Starting to move now. Starting to move.
4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Tempo.
That's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
That's what I want.
It affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
I apologize for the people watching because I don't really have a graphics card capable of properly displaying this game. But I just hope that you're enjoying what you're seeing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands.
Easy little 5-yard dink there.
One other thing is
A 3-yard dink, fine.
sidelines of a quarterback on just about every play.
However much we can get,
Easier for the
I'll take it.
to pick him out and deliver.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
Yeah. Oh,
And they corral
2 yards
just
short.
a couple yards shy
All
of
right.
the end zone. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game.
CMC, you're up.
1st down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Make some room for him.
They'll run with McCaffrey.
Yup.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game.
I like those team celebrations. Those are great.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing
All right.
to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0.
I'm not an air it out type, so if you're expecting an air it out type offense from me, you're not going to get it.
Here we just have good ball control.
You know,
This is the NFL. 70-0 leads. They don't last very
I'm a
long.
West Coast power run man.
Envelope on offense.
3 tight ends in the ball game here.
Now, can I air it out? Absolutely.
Back to throw.
Do I choose not?
Watson.
Do I choose to do it a lot?
His
No.
man complete.
Oh, he's still up.
And down he
He's
goes.
still up.
He takes it up to the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Watson. He finds his man complete.
Yeah, let's keep getting him to DJ. Let's go. Keep feeding the man.
Up of 9 yards
Keep
on
feeding him.
1st down.
And we'll feed him in a minute.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
And now let's get that fresh set of downs.
7 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Watson.
Feed him.
Taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. This is Ertz on the pitch and
All right,
catch.
solid 6.
He'll be taken down here just
I didn't
shy of
trust
the
that
30.
safety coming over.
Nice rhythm throw.
I just didn't trust it.
He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Boom. There it is. Yep.
He finds his man complete. That's more. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look
Now.
to throw. He finds his man complete. That's more.
Oh, down to the 3.
A few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
My man DJ making some moves right now.
Second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This is McCaffrey. And they'll give him
Ah,
just
down to
shy
the
of goal
1.
line at about
Come on, man.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal.
I'm getting this thing in.
Again, McCaffrey.
Yep.
Taken across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers go coast to coast to finish the drive.
Yeah.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next
Again, why is that ball going 10 miles an hour behind my tight end? It's Madden. Just messing with me, man. I can get out of any jam. I just wanted y'all to see that. Holding, it's coming back. Who was it this time? Come on, DJ, really?
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out.
Really, man?
A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason.
Again?
On hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Dude, I just want to run the clock out, man. Why?
So they get
why, dude?
Charles on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the
Not
run
hard.
game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes
Stop flagging my lineman. Oh my God, this is stupid. I just want to add some rushing yards to my running back. That's all I want. Is that such a crime?
Well, when you get
okay, face mask. All right.
Sometimes you've got to employ the
I was about to say, I thought they were gonna call another holding call on my linebackers again, offensive lineman again. I was like, what?
You can kind of get away with that, but as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one.
All right, so 14 points a half. That's okay. You know, I would have liked to have that first drive back. But beyond that, I'm pretty satisfied. I'm alright with that. 26 is fine. I don't care where I end up on the field. Because y'all know I can score anywhere from on this field. I've even scored from the 1 yard line, all the way back on my own one.
On first down, it's Watson. Hurts over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw.
Goes up on the line. Oh, well played by that defensive end. Well played. I didn't expect him to do that. Alright, same play again. Let's see if he does it again. Ooh, that's one of those advantages where hitting them behind the wide receiver actually did help. Huh.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
That's my ringtone, y'all.
And that's what he just did.
I'm busy at the moment. Pass interference? Sure.
Contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 3 yards remain for second down. Again, it's Watson.
Okay, easily defendable.
It's incomplete. Swatting that one away with
But yeah, like I said, man, these are easy plays. These are bread and butter plays. They're easy to defend, you know, if you really want to.
looking to throw. Watson. And this time he's got the hook.
Find ways to defend them. It's not complicated.
There's first down.
But if you put them together and you put them together at a fast pace, That's the point. That's why I've had as much success with these as I have.
Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Watson complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Yep, 300 passing yards. Just passed it.
And that's a more than
Just past that
acceptable
mark.
grade right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing into traffic there.
5-yard line. That sets me up for another pass.
For a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And an end zone strike.
Certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end
Let's
position
go.
than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
And picked off in the end zone.
Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
Because I forced it. I forced it, y'all. I'm not having a great game.
They'll take over at the 20.
But that's okay. They aren't either.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and still
Oh, another flag.
know they're riding high right
Okay.
now, and they're ready to challenge this
Holding.
one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that
On
challenge.
us.
Things
Come
start
on,
to get more
Icky.
interesting here in the second
Really?
half. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming
For
up
real,
as this
dude?
offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter.
No, why is that ball going to him?
Intercepted for the 4th time today.
Oh my god.
Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the
Stupid Madden glitch, man.
possession of the football.
That's not where I wanted to throw that ball at all.
Now following the interception, this
Dude, I
offense
could throw that ball better in a neighborhood game, man. Come on.
back onto the
And I'm
field.
5'7".
After the interception, here's Watson. And he finds his
Thank
tight
you.
end. It's Ertz.
That's what I want. Bullet pass.
Completion good for 6
Not a
yards.
soft touch.
And that's going to bring up second down. To throw is Watson. This is
There we
Ertz on
go.
the pitch and catch.
Okay.
7 yards there.
We're at least moving it down the field. That's what matters. We're burning clock. That's what matters.
Dexterity, but with intelligence.
So if we keep at this pace, I'm happy with it. You know, I'm satisfied.
Was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
We may not see results on the scoreboard at the moment, but, you know, again, this is not your typical game from me. What you saw in the first game was
Watson looks to throw again.
1-on-1.
He finds his man complete. That's more.
Oh yeah, he's gonna burn 22 all day.
2-yard line.
He's gonna burn 22 all day 1-on-1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this
Alright, it's
break.
not the prettiest score in the world, but it'll do.
On EA Sports. He finds his man complete. It's more. And he'll be taken down here just shy of
A
the
win is a win.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants.
Alright, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Good tempo. I like this.
Now it's Watson.
Oh my,
That would
what
force
was
him
that?
complete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed.
I don't think I was touched that play. I'm going to blame Madden for that one. Because I don't feel like I was touched on that play. And sometimes it'll be like a foot off from where you're trying to throw it. You go. Oh no! Are you? When is this game trying to troll me right now? No, 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 no. Challenge that. You're kidding me. That is so dumb. Every time I get down there, dude, something garbage happens. And it's Madden, dude.
You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there.
I put in all that work and I get down into field goal range and some garbage happens, dude. I am so ready to get this touchdown out of the way. Just get it out of... Just get this garbage out of my system, you know? Then I'll feel better.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here.
I put in the work on every drive, dude.
I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Somebody didn't block. And Ian, you're taking too long. Get set up, man. Taking too doggone long.
Make people miss. Get upfield for the extra yardage.
Everybody on the line. I think I can still get it. Yeah, I can still get it.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle.
But yeah, when it comes to D-Hop, man, I think we made the right decision just letting it go and letting Arizona re-sign him. Because if we didn't, it was going to be a bidding war anyway. And I feel like we wouldn't have won. You know, you got KC, you got Oakland, Las Vegas out there now. I could see San Fran getting into the bidding war too. Oh my gosh. Just not having a good game. Alright, I'm just going to run this clock out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move down the field and I'm just going to run the clock out.
So they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first
I'm just going to take my 3-point win.
timeout in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That's what I'm going to do. I had a sloppy game. Very sloppy game. But with D-Hop, man, now people want a Clemson player at 16 point something million a year on his contract, and I'm like, no. It just makes no sense to go after D-Hop when that's half of our cap room right now. When we need to be putting that towards Brian Burns. It just frustrates me. You know? And everybody's been pushing for it, and I'm just sitting here like, no. You know, I'm the biggest advocate for Clemson players. I'm saying no. That ought to tell you something right there. There's a very good reason why I'm saying no. It's because of money. It's a want, not a need. You know, you can push
Completion on second down.
all of
Watson now
these great
throwing.
players all you want. You know, when we got that kind of money to spend, you know, when it's up in the 30s and 40s range and we don't have anybody to spend money on, fine. I'm cool with going after somebody like that.
On third down, went his way. It worked
You
out.
know,
Doesn't matter
when
whether
we've
it's
got the extra cushion, but we don't.
going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way
And
and completing the connection.
And they're going to move it down the inside.
all you hear is, oh, we need help at wide receiver. Oh, we need another old wide receiver. Then why did you go out and buy Adam Thielen and DJ Chark for?
I think he looks at it as
Why did you draft Mingo then?
big of a deal to me. And I'm
You know, that's why it sends a message to these wide receivers that you don't care about them anymore as a number one option. You know, and if I'm TMJ, I'm offended because I've been sitting here in this depth chart for about 3-4 years and not gotten my shot. But the problem is, he's not a number one, you know, and that's just always been how it's been. All right, I got the win. It was a sloppy win, but it was a win. I'll take it.
And that's an odd
That's not a typical game for me right there.
the output in the first half. You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working.
I got real sloppy with turnovers. And one of them was on Madden because I don't know why that fumble was happening, but it was. I was just trying to make sure the ball didn't get in their hands again. That's why I was tossing it as much as I was. So that was a defensive game right there. Well done, gentlemen. Breakout. How does it feel to have one of the best wide receivers on your roster? Yes, sir. Dev trait upgrade. DJ Moore is now a superstar X Factor and you can use a zone ability. Yo! XP Boast. For my wide receiver. Yes, sir. That's big money right there, man. And my thing is, like, if you draft these guys early enough, you don't have to worry about those contract numbers going up. You know, once you're done with the rookie contract, decide what you want to do with them. Extend it another year, you know, with however much money you want to put on it. You know, versus another team that would stick them with a gigantic contract like Arizona did with DeAndre Hopkins. And or Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence and Etienne, you know, or Deshaun Watson right now with the Browns. You know, you don't have all these massive mammoth trades going on. If you grab them early enough, you don't have to contend with all of that. And that's why I've been pushing this for as many years as I have. There's always a reason to push that. But it's got to be Clemson players at positions of need. That's always been how I've been pushing it. If I don't feel like we need that player that at that position, I'll say okay, pass. You know? But D-Hop has always been that exceptional wide receiver. Ever since he came out of college, ever since he got drafted, you knew what you were getting. You knew what you were getting from the jump because this dude was doing all this stuff in Clemson. So, you know, to me, once Arizona re-signed him, I was like, I'm not surprised. Not even a little. Let's go. Let's do another game. Y'all ready for another one? Another one. Another one. DJ. I want all offense. That's what I want. There we go.
Nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, yeah.
The offense gets ready to take over the football. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him.
These are awful kicks and punts because I don't know how to do the kicking system in this game. Plus it lagged. There we go. All right.
This Carolina offense at the
Let's go,
line, ready to
boys.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think
Oh, y'all gifted me with this many people in the box already?
with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
Oh, your safeties are in for a long day.
This game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this
I'll tell you that right now.
15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Watson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first
I love these
down.
gunslinger type quarterbacks, man.
Here to begin the
I love
season.
it.
They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories.
Get that ball out of there quicker than the defense can get their blitzers in there. I like that 2.7 second release, you know. Release time makes all the difference.
Player of the week in week 2 and a great performance in week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week.
Oh, where did you come from?
Attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Watson is not trash.
Pass here now is
Then why does he have like $1 million, $250 million contract in Cleveland then?
now Watson.
Why does he have a $250 million contract?
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice
He was in the wrong place, man. He got drafted to the wrong team.
about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch.
Houston's management didn't know what to do with him.
Bonus, and indeed, he
Put him in the right spot, give him the right protection. This man will ball out.
Caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about
I'll say that right now, with confidence. I could vouch for Watson.
thought that they put into their
You ain't got to.
game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know
Don't throw my man Watson under the bus.
and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard
Yeah, they were desperate to get Watson
yards. The pickup. First
because they knew what kind of talent he had.
this unit had they punted this drive. Much
And that was a ridiculously
aren't they moving the
massive trade anyway.
Drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt
It blew up what you knew about quarterback trades.
sideline. Said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over.
Oh, okay, he threw 5 interceptions.
so far for the Panthers and a first down.
He threw 5 interceptions in one season, right? Or was it one game?
From the red zone now, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And the Panthers are going to be
Ask yourself this: who was the offensive coordinator?
9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last
Who was the offensive coordinator?
down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a
Exactly.
Back to throw. Watson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. The
Oh, my last game. It's Madden being Madden. It's Madden being Madden. 3 of them were. The other 2, yeah, I did force those passes, but the other 3, yeah, that I don't know why Madden is forcing these passes to go like 5 miles behind my tight end. That's some garbage. Like, see, that's where it's supposed to go, right there. It's supposed to go right on the body. That was a garbage game. I don't either, typically. It was a Madden glitch and it was lag. Go back and watch the VOD if you don't believe me. I'm always accurate. Oof. Okay, I forced that pass. I did force that pass. That was bad. I thought I could get it. There it is. Tight window. Just gotta watch that linebacker, man. If he drifts over, it's trouble. That is trouble with a capital T. That's when you need to check it down. Good pass deflection there. Good pass deflection. I give him credit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's there. I'm normally scoring like 45 to 48 points a game. You know, in 8-minute quarters. In hurry up mode, I often push a little bit more than that. It's lagging a little bit, so I'm not able to really do what I'm typically able to do. There's a touchdown. See, baby, there it is. See, that's a typical drive. Lined up, there we go. That corner came out of nowhere. I'm gonna check that down. I don't trust that safety. He might drip back over. No, he didn't either. All right. Go. Perfect. I softened him up. Now it's running, ram it down the throat. First down. Beautiful.
20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to throw. Watson.
Now, a little too early. Just a hair too early. I would have had him. That's that Madden lag. There it is.
He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Back to throw. Watson. And that's incomplete. The coverage
He recovered.
there, and it's second down.
That linebacker was beat up, man. I thought he was down for the count for a second there. He recovered just in time to stop my man from getting it. Good for you. Still got that touchdown, though.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Okay.
With a 7-point
All right.
lead,
41
look
seconds.
to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
That's how y'all want to roll, huh?
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh no! He came back out of nowhere to stop that. Oh my God! I thought for sure that was one-on-one.
Secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they got
Oh, I thought for sure that was one-on-one. I thought I had him.
More plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Watson.
Ah, come on. They're at prevent. Dang it.
Bodying him up defensively.
I can't get away with the usual stuff I'm doing.
And I think they'd be well served to take
All right.
coverage against him the rest of the game. He's had
Yeah, let's just run out the clock then. We got a lead.
that worked quite well for the defense.
It's franchise mode, dude. I can't pick the opponent. I can do an exhibition if you want, but I'm not gonna have the players I want on it.
Timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
That's
On
fine.
now is Johnny Hecker.
They're not gonna do anything in 30 seconds.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be
And
like
again,
a 19
I don't
punt.
fully understand the kicking and punting system here.
Very little time remaining until
So a lot of those are gonna be bad
ready to begin their next drive.
until I get it figured out.
Fading here in the second.
I'm used to the stick movement, you know,
Offensively, they want to
the stick kicks.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their
'Cause I can
guys
control
in
those.
this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 30 to
5
the
seconds.
32.
4, 3, 2. All right, we got a lead going into half.
Time here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
To be real with you,
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30.
I was not really going to be able to do anything in 41 seconds. To be honest, I wanted to run that clock out because we had the lead.
At the line, ready
There's times when you get aggressive and times when you just don't. You know, and that's not one of the times you want to get aggressive. Especially with the amount of turnovers I've had lately.
on first and 10.
I've got to be careful.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6.
Now's the time to get aggressive.
And it's second down.
Because I know I had the ball. I know my defense did their job. So now let's get aggressive.
Looking to throw. Watson.
Let's push that ball down the field. Ah, DJ.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face
All right,
a
one more time.
third down and
Come on.
4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Watson.
Yep. Tight end catch. First down.
With one complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And I know it's going to turn people off that I'm using the same play over and over and over again.
He's got the connection to
But it's effective when you put it
past the 30 before he's
into a tempo.
They picked up
And that's what people don't understand. They can't grasp that concept because they just don't understand how to do that.
Watson on first down.
Okay, it's not there.
Be incomplete
It's
as
not
he
there.
let him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving
Perfect.
again.
That's exactly what I want. That's the formation right there.
Pick up bigger yardage.
Rolling to his right. Trying to fit it into
Oh, what? I didn't even see him.
picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the
Oh my god, he blended in right behind my wide receiver the entire time. You clown.
Panthers
Wow,
out
well
there
played.
ready to begin their next
Well
drive.
played. Alright,
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly
that's what I get for
mistake on the last
deviating.
possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting
See,
no matter
this
the
is why I
situation.
deviate.
Possession
Right
game,
here.
that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an
So they don't know what to
opportunity
expect.
to make up for it on this drive.
I don't deviate.
Try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum.
I keep doing the same stuff.
That's into a crowd.
Oh my god. I'm off my game now. I'm off my game.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I got out of my tempo and I'm off my game. This is not good.
So the football will be
If I get out of my tempo, I'm in trouble.
as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle.
If I get out of my rhythm.
And from the 25, they work this
I'm not in my rhythm right now.
gain of 4.
I'm gonna recover though.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year.
Shout out to Vietnam and shout out to David Screws though. Appreciate y'all. And of course Lock Poppy. Holding it down right now.
Throwing on first down. Hurts with another grab.
Appreciate y'all.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And
And I appreciate everybody that came through, you know.
Obviously, this has not been a banner
And it's just hanging out to enjoy the content.
Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Hit your like button on the way out,
there he hits the
please.
reliable target. Now this one over the middle into the
But if you're sticking around, you know, enjoy the content. It's free.
That tight end position, it just seems to
Doesn't cost you anything.
every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They
I
continue
waited too
speed,
long.
great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Man,
That sure looked like a nice call by
calling
the
me.
defense, and they're very cohesive in their
Streaming.
coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You
Come
are
on.
watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Watson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw, Watson. Again, he finds Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
David says, I have that weird feeling that we're going to sign somebody tomorrow.
And here we are in the fourth quarter.
Who do you think we're going to sign, bro?
Drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both
What
know
position?
this is where